All right. What is up, guys? So, I am Busta, one of your mission control here in Colonize Mars. So, we'll be starting exactly at 4 p.m. UTC for a Twitter giveaway. So, comment down below if you're excited. Comment wag me if you're there, right? So, let's just wait people from our Discord and invite your communities, right? Whether you're from LOM or you're from, Pioneers on Mars, invite them, right? So make sure your community is here and make some noise in our comment section below. All right. So I'll be spending a few minutes with you guys as we wait for other people. So get ready for our Twitter giveaway later. So we're going to have a Twitter giveaway. So a lot of people registered for our Twitter giveaway. So, guys, for tonight, welcome to our AMA. Thank you so much for being here tonight. So, we know that our community is all over the world, right? We have people from Asia, Europe, and the US. So, thank you so much for being here tonight, whatever time it is in your place. So, we want to make sure that you're gonna be hearing a lot and a lot of questions were asked. So for this specific AMA, what we did is we compiled all the questions. So there are some questions that are familiar with one another, so we combined it. And if maybe your question is not answered, don't worry because we're going to have regular AMA sessions for the community. So again, if for the next for this AMA, we won't be having interactive Q&A because we prepared the questions beforehand. But make sure to be present at our next AMA because that will be an interactive one. So 3 minutes to go before we start our giveaway for Twitter. All right, are you guys ready? So yeah, maybe you can comment down below what country are you from or what community are you from so that we know you guys are well represented. So let's do a shout out before we start. So I can see Alan said wag me over there. So 2 minutes to go, guys. So make sure comment down below where we have from Thailand. Welcome, welcome, brother. Welcome. We have from Czech Republic. Amazing, amazing. We have from Ukraine. Wow. France. We have from France. We have from ZFDLOM Philippines. We have from Russia. Amazing. We have from France again. Belgium. Amazing, amazing. We have from India. So amazing, brother. Welcome, welcome here. We have from Ukraine. We have from Bahrain. So this is our first AMA. So let's have fun, guys, tonight. And can't wait and be excited for listen to our devs. So 2 minutes ago, we have from Belgium, Turkey, California, Philippines. We have from US. Amazing. This is the beauty of cryptocurrency and the blockchain itself that we can just, really get together and meet new people, learn from different cultures, right? We have from Germany, India, Spain. We have from Ghana. Welcome, welcome, brother. Welcome. We have from Poland. Wow. So US, Portugal, right? We have here from Mars. I like this question. I like this answer. I like this out. How's it? How is it there in Mars? Right. So let's go indeed. Right. So from US. So you have people from the USA as well. España. So here in the Philippines, we have España as well. So Canada, right? So all right. So a minute to go. We have from Romania. We have from Mars again. We have from Iran. Amazing. We have from Netherlands. We have from the moon. We have from Cebu City here in the Philippines, India, right? So all right. So we have from Vietnam, Greece. Amazing. There's a beauty of colonized Mars community is that we're present all over the world, but we have this one goal in mind to be in Mars. So that's very exciting. So, all right, it's 12. It's already 4 p.m. UTC. So let's get started with our Twitter giveaway. The first winner that will be receiving a special limited edition NFT goes to. All right, congratulations to you, Krish. All right. So our next winner for this giveaway. So make sure, guys, to participate on our giveaways because we're giving out limited edition NFTs, right? So If your community is not yet here, tag them. They can still catch up. So congratulations to you, Kiss A. So you will have a special NFT. Right, for our next winner. So congratulations, third 1414. Right? So these are winners. So if you're that, just stay tuned on how you're gonna claim your NFT. So if you didn't win this round, it's okay because we're gonna have more giveaways in our community. So again, guys, I just want to formally welcome everyone to our AMA for this day. So expect more AMAs to come. So for this AMA, we already prepared the questions. We have a ton of questions, more than 100 questions that the community submitted, and we're really grateful for your support and your curiosity on what's going to happen for our community. So, for this session, we're going to be discussing and answering your questions. We combine some of them since some of them are really common. And if you have any questions that has not been answered, do not worry because we're going to have more AMAs to come, right? So, if you're excited, let's get started. Again, comment down below. Wagme, this is Busta, one of your mission control, and I'll be introducing to you tonight our hosts, right? Of course, I want to see those Wagmes before we get that introduction going, right? So let's get let's get to it. So our very first host for today, right? One of our colony leaders here in one of the communities in Colonize Mars, right? ZFTLOM. He's been a stock trader and he went into the crypto space and is now leading one of the communities in Colonize Mars. And we're really happy to hear from here tonight. So he's also been into NFTs and yeah, I mean to what we're doing right now. So let's welcome Dave. All right. So
Hey guys,
let's
how's it
welcome.
going?
All right. So let's welcome Dave on the chat. All right.
All
So for our
right.
second host that will be facilitating, it's of course you guys love this person. If you're active in our Discord, he's been helping us a lot, right? So he's been in crypto since 2017. He first bought Ethereum, and right now he's in Wax. So he started his Wax journey with Upland's first NFT sale about 9 to 10 months ago. So it's been a while, right? So from then all onward, he's been investing and actively participating in games all across Wax network. So he exclusively invests within the NFT space. And yeah, excited to hear from him. So guys, let's welcome no other than Thunder. So
Hey
what is up,
everybody,
Thunder? All
Hey
right.
Thunder.
it's good to see everyone.
All
Yeah.
right. So maybe Dave Thunder, you want to just say hi to the people watching?
Yeah, I guess good morning, good evening, and
I
good
mean,
afternoon for everyone, right? We're all over the world and got a few people from
yeah,
Mars, I guess. Right? I know a lot of people are excited to see Thunder, so
yeah. I've gotten a few DMs about it.
I
I'm
know.
uh, I'm excited getting to be on here, getting to see all the hype in the chat. We almost have 250 people watching us right
Woo,
now. That's awesome.
exactly. Crazy, crazy. All right. So I'll be so it's going to be up to Dave and Thunder is going to be introducing the team tonight. So Dave, Thunder, the floor is yours and I'll see you guys later. So you guys have fun.
All right, thanks,
Awesome.
Busta. All right, that was a great introduction. I guess we already got a few winners, and I guess for some of the guys, stay tuned. We have a few more. I guess we're picking up from the people who sent questions, so it's gonna be exciting, all right?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun day or night or evening, wherever you are.
Oh, wherever you
All
are, I
right.
know.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to start introducing them right now. I know
Yeah,
everybody wants to hear from them.
let's do it.
All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll start first with introducing Tom. So for everybody who doesn't know, he's the gameplay designer for Colonize Mars. So every feature that you're seeing so far, gameplay related, everything that's coming in the future, that's all him. He's the mastermind behind it.
Hi, everyone.
All right, let's say hi to Tom. All right.
Thanks for having us on. Looking forward to being able to give away some more information that we've been kind of keeping back a bit. So, yeah.
Awesome. And then next we have the man of the hour,
Yeah.
the glorious, fearless leader of Colonize Mars that everybody loves. All right, Hunter, of course.
All right.
And
Hey guys.
you know, for you guys who you want to like start off with anything here?
Absolutely. I mean, it's so great to hear from everyone in the community. Thank you for tuning in around the world. Yeah, super thankful for all the support, and we're really excited to get into some questions. And it's great, kind of seeing all the excitement around it. So yeah, we can't wait. Excited to Tom's on the call. He's a really amazing gameplay designer on the team. And we've been working really hard behind the scenes, getting some stuff ready, some stuff prepared, and coming down the road. So yeah, let's get into it.
All right. I know everyone's been, I guess, itching to ask these questions. So yeah, let's go straight at it. So very first question that we had was, will there be any real-time first-person or third-person style gameplay, or will it be more of a real-time strategy game?
Yeah, so this is a great question. So as many of you know, what we're doing is we're designing what will eventually be a self-sustaining city on Mars. So we've been hard at work. You know, we have an architect on the team. We have multiple 3D artists. We're designing like the full colony. So you know, for us, that's a huge part of the game. So I almost would think of it as there's a simulation part, which is, you know, expanding from a small Mars base. So we're at a super small base right now with 4 astronauts, and expanding that and continue to build on that until we have something self-sustaining. So there's going to be some city building elements to that, you know, managing resources, which we've hinted at a little bit, maintaining items, repairing items, ensuring that there's efficiency in the equipment. So think about, you know, what the astronauts would do on Mars, and what kind of activities they would do day to day. And that's going to be a pivotal part of the gameplay. So helping grow that colony into a self-sustaining city. In terms of real-time strategy, we're not really going to have real-time strategy as a part of this. It'll probably be more around sort of strategic elements that players will be able to maintain and manage day to day, but it wouldn't be too much real time. There will be some, you know, effects that with things like hazards, which we can get into a little bit more, which will come in dynamically, but it wouldn't be something where, you know, you necessarily have that real time component. Another thing I wanted to just hit on is the kind of the 3D map will continue to get more and more interactive as we go. For right now, it's that aerial point of view. So we chose that because we wanted to really highlight the scale of the colony, the different objects, the way that they're placed. But of course, we're experimenting with some ways to get a little closer to the action, be able to explore some of the details of some of the items. So yeah, I mean, we'll reveal, you know, some of that stuff when we get there. But yeah, for now, it will be that aerial view. We'll probably continue to have that aerial view in some capacity, so that people can continue to explore the colony at its full scale. The other thing I want to mention is, like, you know, there have been, I think, some questions or about like aliens or, you know, sci-fi elements. So again, we're looking to keep this more realistic. So, you know, for us, we have more of a tendency to go away from, you know, aliens, ray guns, more of the sci-fi elements, because we really want to explore the science. We want to educate people on the ways that the different processes needed for Mars, and also use kind of our own designs and our own style to actually create that and inspire people on what a life on Mars could look like.
Yeah, I think that has been your goal from the start, right? To have that narrative between missions and how to actually like realistically colonize Mars. So that's definitely exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome content to hear. So going right into the next question then. Will the game be browser only supported, or will it be a full-fledged PC game? And do you have plans for a full 3D game, which you kind of already touched on a bit?
Yeah, so you know, the way that we're designing it is browser first. And we think this is really important, especially at this stage, just to get as many players in as possible. So you would be able to, you know, as you can right now, play it in any, pretty much on any device that has a browser. and log in instantaneously. We think reducing the friction to get into the game is important. So we're going to continue to do that. Of course, it is really interesting to look at different platforms. And one of the challenges with browser-based 3D games is the performance aspect of it, loading a bunch of models in there. We're bolstering up our design or development team so that we have more focus on performance, and that will be something that will continue to improve over time. And so our hope is to continue on the browser routes, but we'll definitely update if there's anything that would be outside of the browser. But I wouldn't say that that's going to come for a while if we end up going that route. But browser is definitely the direction we're headed.
Awesome, that's great to hear.
Yeah,
So-
I guess just more accessibility for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to hear.
So, yeah, so diving into, I guess, more of the gameplay. So, are there any plans to include the guild membership in the game and allow groups to compete on goals together, or versus other guilds or corps?
Tom, you wanna grab the one?
Yeah, well, we already have the communities in Discord. Some communities in Discord, we are still reviewing the applications for that and admitting more communities as time goes on. They will be put into the game at some point. At the moment, we've decided to kind of focus development more on interactive gameplay, kind of Marsha token uses, and so the kind of community integration will come slightly later to allow for that. And once the communities are in the game, we will have community leaderboards and community kind of perks and fees. So they're not necessarily directly competing against each other, but you'll be able to kind of see how your community ranks versus the others.
Yeah, and eventually, the communities, the way we envision it is sort of naturally how groups would form within a city on Mars. So kind of thinking about some of the socioeconomic interactions there, decision making, natural kind of specialization of those communities around different activities within the colony. So I would think of it, the communities are going to kind of evolve and become more specialized like that. We also encourage people to join one that they feel aligns with their vision for Mars or what they're particularly interested in. And as Tom alluded to, there will be some, unique perks for communities. Think of potentially like combining some of the responsibility or the resources in ways that benefit the group as a whole. But that's pretty much all the detail we really want to get into at this point, as the feature is still a bit off in development, and we're focusing on the store and some of the dynamic strategic gameplay elements to start.
Wow, it sounds like you've got a lot planned there then. I think people are really going to like that. So getting into the next question on our list here, it's pretty similar to what we just talked about. So any plans to allow these groups to share ownership tokens and have the game split the commission amongst the group / investors?
Tom, you want to start with that one too?
Yeah, so if the community kind of can find a way to manage their own NFTs, resources, ownerships, and work out how they can kind of split the proceeds or track who is doing who's contributed what cards to that, then that's entirely the community's right to do. It's their NFTs, it's their resources. There's nothing we can do to stop that. Going forwards, we are looking at it, but it is, we can't make any promises whether we're going to implement it into the game or not yet. That is something we're still not 100% sure on.
Yeah, and we'll continue to kind of listen to the community and find ways that people are organizing, and we're listening, we're incorporating those ideas into features. So we'll definitely continue to update on that. But yeah, like Tom said, it's really great to see communities already kind of organizing things in a way that's useful to them. And so our approach with gameplay development has always been to be a little bit more iterative, a little bit more agile, kind of build the game as we see how players are using it. And so this is just another aspect that we're monitoring. And there might be more developments in the future that we can update on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Well, that's a different approach, I guess. I mean, like developers actually doing it on the fly, however the community sees it. So I guess this is for like new players. Like the next question was, when gameplay starts, will we be able to join guilds, groups, to join forces, or does like the whole colony actually work together?
Yeah, so I think it will be a little bit of both. Like, of course, what we just talked about, communities are going to be coming in a little bit, probably, next year, after we release, hazards. And right now, there's definitely some interesting communities sort of organized based on a really strong vision or based on a particular interest within Mars. And as time grows, we think that the specialties will get more aligned with some of the ways to play the game. So for instance, there's going to be science, there's going to be engineering, there's going to be even things like, logistics or agriculture. There will be different specialties that I think players will get more into and more interested in. And I think communities will continue to pop up that give players more options. And we're trying to model it after decision-making for astronauts. So I believe that there will be ways for communities to coexist and work together. But there also might be some ways that there's competition, or, there's some more interesting ways to kind of use limited resources, work together, or, I think it's going to be interesting to kind of see how that plays out. But yeah, that's sort of our vision right now for the communities.
That's again, it's awesome. I know people love hearing this content. So you've mentioned a few times about hazards. So when these happen, will they have an effect on people's NFTs in any way? Can they still sell them or use them? Or will there be any issues?
No, so it will not affect your ability to, sell your cards. Since they're in your wallet, then you can pretty much do whatever you want with them. They're your NFTs. So that's basically our perspective on hazards right now. I would almost think of it as they're going to just increase or decrease the efficiency and usefulness to just sort of a percentage within the game. But there will never be kind of like a zero, or there will never be a deletion. And of course, we are looking at some interesting ways potentially later on, like if you want to go on a high risk exploration mission or something like that, maybe there's some interesting ways to kind of have your NFTs risk some of them, but that's probably not going to come for a while. And I think, the way we're designing it right now, it's your NFTs are yours. They have slightly different effects within the game, but that's how I would view the Colonize Mars NFTs inside the game for right now.
Okay, interesting. I think the next question, someone's, I think, thinking far ahead. They are asking, can the card somehow die or become permanently unusable? For example, if they send a rover to a dangerous mission and it never comes back because of malfunction. I think you kind of touched on that in the last comment.
Yeah, right. It's the NFTs, yeah, since they're owned by players in their wallets, we won't delete those cards, and we'll consider it for future gameplay features if that's something that people feel is really interesting. But for right now, yeah, it would be, and we'll release some more information about hazards, which kind of go into a little bit more how those mechanics work. But yeah, for now, I wouldn't worry about them being deleted or anything.
Okay, your assets are safe.
They're safe.
Yeah, people like to hear that.
Yeah.
So on to one of the next things that people have been wondering about. So will Martians So will Martians be able to produce offspring? And if so, will those offspring grant certain abilities?
So there will be, of course, there will be people born on Mars, but this won't really come for a while. So we've accounted for this. There will be a slightly different story for astronauts born on Mars versus ones coming from Earth. But that will be part of kind of the story of how the city develops and how the city becomes populated. So I would definitely look out for that in the future.
Yeah, that's definitely something. I guess a lot of people have already have been speculating since I guess mission 2 when they had the 4 astronauts. So I guess going into the other side of the gameplay, is there a plan for maintenance costs of the Colonize Mars assets paid through Marsha or Marsha staking, and then if possible, can you tease some of the mechanics?
Tom, you want to jump on that one?
Yeah, I'll start with that one. There's not going to be a kind of a direct maintenance cost, but there will be kind of damage and malfunctions introduced through the hazard gameplay. These will be kind of like random events that befall the colony. Some of them will be colony-wide events, but others can be kind of more localized malfunctions. I'm going to say again, they're random events, so we're not controlling and deciding whose cards get damaged or not. For the cards themselves, each ownership card has got a health statistic, and once it's been damaged by a hazard, this will regenerate slowly over time by itself. But this can be kind of sped up by spending Marsha. And each ownership card also has a resistance statistic, and this is going to kind of determine the likelihood of certain hazards affecting them. There are kind of other factors involved too that kind of tie into those numbers. But as Hunter's previously said, we're going to release more hazard information soon. So yeah, kind of stay tuned.
Yeah, and we'll release designs along with the mechanics, and the design team has been working hard on all the different variations of how we can represent this visually and integrate it into the map. It's really exciting stuff. Maybe one day we can show all the different variations and all the testing we go through, and all the ways that we make sure that we're producing something that we feel is the most pure version of that gameplay mechanic. But it's really exciting, and I think it'll be a really fun way for there to be a strategic element to the game, something very exciting, dynamic, that shows who's more skilled and understands how a Martian city will work versus someone who maybe is more passive, not quite as interested. And there will be like a very different, I think, a very different way and outcome for players as they engage within this feature.
Wow, sounds like you have some real in-depth plans there. That'll be fun getting to strategize and see who can be the best at it, I guess.
Yep.
So on to the next question here. Some people have been wondering, what will be the project strategy for attracting newcomers?
Yeah, this is a great question. So of course, Wax has been amazing for us. We really appreciate the community here, and we think that there's definitely possibility to tap into more players within the Wax ecosystem. So that will definitely be, interesting for us. We're also looking at other gaming communities. The gaming industry is massive. There's a lot of people that are interested in blockchain games and are coming to the space. So we're working on, some ways to target those people and increasing our marketing scope a bit to cater to those new audiences and new players, making them just aware of our game. And then the other thing is probably just other blockchain communities. So, various other communities within the space that might not be necessarily aware of Wax or aware of Colonize Mars. But really, I would say that we are still very early on. Our biggest focus as a team, especially in the last 6 months, has been to make a really great game and to continue to build the foundation of something that we want to play, that we're proud of, that we love the art, we love the mechanics, and everything has been really executed to a T. And I don't think we're quite there yet. We're still in a beta phase. We're still very early on. There's still improvements that we want to make on our infrastructure, and a lot of things that behind the scenes are not quite as visible. And so that's still kind of our focus. Like, how can we make our game as strong as possible, and then organically kind of grow the audience as we continue to solidify our game and make it something really compelling. So that's still kind of our focus. I think we'll continue to grow as time goes on, but we want to pace it in a way that's realistic for us and attainable.
Nice. I guess when with most of the gamers or the people who are actually investing into Colonize Mars, some of them are gamers, some of them are actually investors. So I think the next question was geared towards, like, I guess, the tokenomics. Like, when the Mars token cap of 10 billion is reached, how will stakers be rewarded?
The token, the 10 billion cap will theoretically never be reached. The way the payouts happen are as per the kind of formula in the roadmap. It's based on the kind of non-circulating supply, and a percentage of that is released each hour. So as more gets released, the payouts will kind of decrease over time. So they'll never get to zero. There'll never be zero in there. So that's one side of it. But the other side is that as we introduce more use cases to the Marsha token, when that is spent in game, that some of that will be burnt, some of that will be added back to the payout supply, such that at some point in time, the economy will reach a kind of steady state where the amount being added back to the supply every hour equals the amount that's being awarded. So there will be a balance. It will be some time off, and it will get there once we start kind of introducing more use cases for the Marsha token.
Wow, that's awesome. So continuing on with the tokenomics talk, how do you plan to incentivize players / investors holding on to their Marsha tokens?
Yeah, so I would say, we're still early on. The people that have joined us so far, have gotten in on some of the earlier artwork. That artwork is, exclusive and represents items that's, like every mission will have unique items and a unique kind of group of a theme or a group of features around them. So I think, like, there's definitely a benefit to being early on with us in that regard. In terms of the Marsha token, like I was saying before, our strategy is to build kind of the game around the community feedback and iterating rather than releasing a huge update every few years, because gameplay development takes a long time. It's a lot of work, and so we'd prefer to be a little bit tighter with our feedback loop and make that as close as possible. So the reason I say that is because as we go, Marsha token will continue to increase in its usefulness within the game. There will continue to be new features released that increase the complexity of the gameplay mechanics, and that will be kind of Marsha token will be kind of the foundation of the Mars economy. So that's why it's important within the game, and it'll be important to progress your player, to climb the leaderboard, to have new NFTs, new gameplay items, and all of those fun things that we think people will really enjoy. So it would just continue to grow and grow until it's something that people really have a lot of fun playing the game and can play it regularly. And that's really our goal, is to make something extremely compelling that tells the story of Mars and educates people and is inspiring. And there's dynamic and strategic gameplay elements. So yeah, I mean, like for instance, the first one we're releasing is the in-game store, where players will be able to purchase Mission 3 NFTs, and we're going to go into a little bit more detail on Mission 3 probably within the next week. Our goal is to have another AMA where we can really dive into the specifics there. And then hazards again is another feature that is adding an interesting element that will use the Martian token as well.
Yeah, and I guess touching upon what you mentioned in the Medium article, which was resources and was also kind of mentioned on the latest roadmap. I guess the next question was, will players be able to use Marsha to gather the upcoming resources?
Tom, you want to take that one?
Yeah, go on then. Directly, no. When resources are added to the game, each player is going to need to make kind of strategic choices about whether those NFTs, their NFTs start earning or keep earning Marsha token or start earning resources. If the player kind of properly manages their resources, then this can yield like extra Marsha compared to just earning Marsha directly. It will kind of lead to players building specialized decks around maybe the community they're in or the area of the game they're most interested in, to kind of manage the resource chain to then be able to get hopefully kind of more Marsha at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they won't be able to directly spend their Marsha to buy resources.
Yeah, so think of it almost like when astronauts go to the colony to start. Like right now, there's scientists and engineers. So they'll be doing a lot of different activities every day, maintaining a lot of the equipment. But as the city expands and grows, there'll be more and more specializations. And with that, there will be more kind of subsystems within the colony. So power management, agriculture, creating water, things like that. And so as a player, you can kind of choose where's the most interesting place for you to spend your time. And our goal is for you to kind of be an expert in that area and learn the science behind it. And a reward for kind of understanding that process is you're really efficiently managing the resources that come from different pieces of equipment, and you can use those to power different pieces of equipment and basically boost efficiency across your collection. And that will also boost, other perks. And so players who understand that strategic element will have, a better experience and a leg up on others. So that's kind of the goal for the resources.
Decisions.
Yeah, sounds like a
Marsha
lot of
resources,
strategy.
right? I know.
It'll be fun. So Tom kind of touched on this earlier, but what happens when Marsha is used in game? Will it go back into the circulating supply or be burned?
Depending on the feature that the Marsha is going to be spent on, a portion of it will be burnt, and a portion will go back into kind of supply to be earned again. For hazards, because we don't want the community to feel that we're cranking up the hazards to rinse everyone of all their Marsha. We're going to burn that. We're not going to take it or anything. But for other gameplay features, there'll be a portion burnt, a portion will go back to supply, and we'll give details of that for when each feature is kind of released. When there's an opportunity to kind of spend Marsha in game, we will then kind of give the details of what that spent Marsha will be. What will be done with that Marsha.
Yeah, and our goals with Marsha are it's important for it to be deflationary. It's also important for it to be used for different features within the game, and so we also it's important for it to achieve an equilibrium, kind of a balanced state. So as we develop features, and Tom's done an incredible job with this so far, really creating systems that will enable us to get to those goals. So that's where we're headed, and it will just kind of take a little bit of time for us to develop these features, balance them, make sure that they're engaging and interesting, and make sure that we have the flexibility to adjust things if need be. So we're taking all that into account as we roll out new things.
That's definitely. I mean, that sounds great. So, sorry. Moving on to the next question. This wasn't planned, but I think this was actually the question that I sent. So why did you push to have a separate smart contract or chain network for Colonize Mars? And then what are the other main benefits? I guess gameplay related, aside from being able to stake the asset without leaving the wallet. And then I guess what were your challenges coming up with that?
I'll just take the first part, and then Tom, you can. But basically,
Tom
developing
gets the difficult questions.
developing a smart contract enables us to have our own kind of custom tokenomics. So it's super important for us to do this. It's a much larger scope, but we invested time and resources into it to ensure that we have sort of a customized economy built for the Martian gameplay. So that's why we developed our own smart contracts. We're going to continue to lean into that because we want this experience to really reflect the vision of the game. And then I guess, Tom, if you wanted to take the other part of that.
Yeah, just reading through it again. So the other benefits are, because we kind of built it ourselves and built the infrastructure kind of from the ground up ourselves too, it allows more flexibility and complexity in the gameplay features that we can develop. It gives us more kind of control over, kind of, I guess, more control in general over the kind of gameplay side of the development. The being able to kind of, I know you've said aside from being able to stake the asset without leaving the wallet, that was one of our primary kind of reasons for doing it, by kind of looking at the other games in the area and how difficult it kind of was or could be to manage your collection, kind of buying and selling whilst also earning from it. And so we wanted to give players the freedom to do what they wanted with their collection whilst still earning.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, having that, additional freedom in there for you guys to be able to build out where you need to, that's cool. So we know, you had a Draco Dice as a partnership. Have you been approached by anybody else who wants to do that or something similar?
Yeah, I mean, we've been approached by a lot of projects, and with the Draco Dice thing, we know the founders. They really helped us get Colonize Mars off the ground. We felt like it was the right thing to assist them with their project, and we're friends with a lot of the other founders in the space. And I think the cool thing about Wax is that there's a lot of inner community and friendliness around the different projects, and so our hope is to continue in that space. However, I think the timing around that wasn't ideal, and we are still fixing some post-launch things, and it's something we learned from, and we're gonna take that forward as we approach partnerships and promotions and cross project kind of NFTs or whatever it may be. But I'll just go back to kind of what I was saying earlier, which is, for us, the focus is really how can we make Colonize Mars the best game it can possibly be. And with partnerships, it's not something it's not really our primary focus right now. We're still in beta. We're still needing to get some of these gameplay features out and solid, and then perhaps we can get to a point where some partnerships make sense. But we're always open to it, and we are discussing some things, nothing official to share, but some larger things that we are in the process of working through right now, but we won't get into that quite yet.
Okay, I guess definitely something to look forward to, I guess, for the next few, up until, I guess, you guys are able to lay everything down. I guess the next question was, will we ever be able to colonize other planets or even moons? Going beyond Mars.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only 4 astronauts on Mars. I wouldn't say we're anywhere near close to colonizing Mars yet. So
One step
yeah,
at a time.
let's focus
One
on
step
that maybe.
One
But,
mission at a time, I guess.
yeah.
I would
so
say like
related to that.
go. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. People want to hear whatever you have to say.
Yeah. It's basically like we're so early. Like the amount of scale that we want to achieve like is on Mars. That's going to take a while. And there's a lot of complexity to it. And but that's our ambition. Like we want to show what Mars will look like, and we want to inspire people about making it visually compelling and making it scientifically accurate. So Mars, I personally believe that Mars will be a new way of humanity to live life. It's a new opportunity. It's a second home. And there's so much opportunity there, and there's so many possibilities. So that is our main focus. But of course, like there's rocket ships that are reusable that will go from Mars to Earth. That will be a small part of what we're doing, and we've considered that. But as far as other planets, Mars is almost like the launch pad, for near interstellar space. So who knows? Maybe that is something that comes along, but our focus is definitely Mars. That's what we want to really explore.
Cool. So directly related to that, then, when will the colony be fully developed?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think there's what I would almost encourage people to go out and kind of research some of what various space agencies and various experts have put out about self-sustaining cities and kind of the scale for now. And we'll continue to update our vision on it. But I think it'd be fun for people to just research that a little bit as we're so early. And we're not quite ready to reveal our full kind of idea on it. But I would say it's going to take a decent amount of time. Probably looking at a few years to get to that point. So it's going to be kind of like a progression, of the city and really going along on the journey.
I guess like Mission 52 or something. So I guess someone's just curious. Is Colonize Mars your main activity, or do you have I guess a different job apart from developing the game? I guess hobbies. I don't know.
I mean, it's been it is my full-time job. It's Tom's full-time job. We have a core team on our website. A lot of people are full-time on this. I'd say probably at least 10, and there's additional probably 10 that are just part-time or freelance that are helping us on certain features or certain initiatives. So I mean, we like our dev team is working around the clock on this. We have a full 3D team, and we're ramping up because we're next year is going to be a huge year for us. Really building out a lot of the equipment, a lot of the designs, a lot more of the 3D gameplay, things like that. So yeah, we're hiring right now as well. So we're continuing to grow the team, and that's where we're at.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. So this is one of the questions that has been on everybody's mind. Are there any plans to list Marcia on other exchanges?
Yeah, I mean, Marcia for us it's meant to be an in-game token. So our focus is how can we increase the usefulness and ways that people can use it within the game. So we're not going to really comment on exchanges at this time, but we'll let you know if that changes at any point. But this is really about making a game around Mars, and the token is meant to be supporting that.
All right. And I guess the next phase, I guess, or the next thing on the horizon for Colonize Mars is Mission 3, right? So I guess what can you tell us about Mission 3 right now?
Yeah, so we're going to have some more astronauts coming, a little bit more specialization. We have 8 astronauts coming. I believe that's the number we're going to have on mission 3.
Yeah.
There's going to be some more equipment that's going to support some of the early kind of construction, and there's a few things to help increase communication and other things. So yeah, we'll start sharing some of the artwork probably next week, and our goal is to have kind of a Medium article and some other stuff for people to really dive into what Mission 3 is about and some of the unique artwork that's coming with that, and a little bit more of the story.
Yeah, I think there was already like a couple card reveal on the Medium
Mhm.
article. A lot of people were talking about that, so that's definitely exciting. I guess that's all the questions that we have right now. I guess just to sum up, you guys have any last words for the audience and all the gamers and communities for Colonize Mars?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. You know, all the questions were really great to go through, and we didn't get to all of them today, of course. So, but it seems like AMAs are really something that our community is looking for, and so we'd love to continue to do this regularly. Our goal is to have another one next week, and we'll continue to do these and get to all the questions that we can answer at our hope is to continue to make this a regular thing so that we can more, answer questions and have more ways for the community to interact with our team and have more direct lines to us.
Oh, that's awesome, because this has been something that people have really been wanting. So I'm even happy hearing that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so I guess that's all the questions. Again, I'd like to thank Hunter and Tom for I guess spending time with the community tonight, and I guess for all the audience around the world. Again, my co-host Thunder. It was nice meeting you the first time. So we've been chatting within the community, so
Thank
it's
you.
been fun. All right, I guess we have to call Raf. You got the next part of the AMA going on.
All right. So thank you guys. That was such an amazing AMA. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Maybe we still have a few times. Maybe Thunder, Dave, what are your thoughts about our tonight's AMA?
I mean, it was awesome getting to hear from the team, getting all these questions answered. You know, it's really helpful getting to know, where their mindset is at and what they're wanting to do and the direction that they want to take this game. So it's just awesome. I don't have any other way to explain it.
Yeah, I guess I'm the same. I'm pretty pumped up and really excited what's coming up for the gameplay. And I guess it just shows that I guess Hunter and his team are just really focused on I guess the narrative of how to realistically colonize Mars, and at the same time that focus on the gamers, the community, and I guess that's how I guess each game is going to be sustainable, right? I mean, if you again work and listen closely to your communities, and then the development that you're doing on a micro and I guess gradual scale, that definitely will help I guess have that sustainability of interest, gameplay, and I guess for most of people just to like come in and learn more from how to actually colonize Mars in the future, right? The goal is to hopefully see that in our lifetime. I guess for Hunters a few AMAs before, and again looking forward to that. So exciting.
All right. So again, before we end, Tom, Hunter, is there any final last words you want to say or expectations you wanna share before we remove you from the screen?
I think we're good. I mean, yeah, appreciate again, the organization here and being a part of this, and yeah, keep sending in questions. We'll keep looking through them, and we'll keep this a regular thing.
All right. How about you, Tom?
Just want to thank everyone for the questions and the suggestions and feedback that we've received through that as well. I think it helps us understand what the community want, and sometimes it it helps us kind of tie our two visions together of where we see the game going and kind of where the community see the game going, and it allows us to kind of merge those two ideas more successfully.
All right. So again, thank you everyone. Thank you guys. So guys in the comments, can we just show some love for Dave, Thunder, Tom, and especially Hunter for them being here tonight and facilitating this AMA for us. So yeah, before we end, let's just show the winners for our type form winners. So let's just share my screen. So yeah, there we have it. So while we're waiting, maybe we can read some comments, and while we're there. So yeah, guys. So this AMA will be regular. So expect one next week. And congratulations, Mizan. So we'll be messaging you on Discord for this, or just wait for the mechanics on how to claim your NFT. So you'll be winning this NFT, First Astronaut on Mars. So it's a limited edition NFT. So congrats to those who won. So our next winner, congratulations, Chrisan. And yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Maybe you can chat down below your comments, or just one word that explains your feeling after this AMA. Are you excited? Are you hyped up? Right? So chat it down below so that we can see. So for our next winner, congrats, Son Phoenix. Right? So Johan said very insightful. So those are winners. So congratulations. Just wait for the mechanics on how to claim your NFT. So, all right. So let's read some comments before we end. Mesmerized. Amazing. Thanks, team. So one word, wag me again. Maybe you can comment it, guys. If you're excited, comment wag me. Right. So again, this is Busta, one of your mission control. And thank you so much for watching tonight's AMA. We'll see you next week for our next AMA. So, and we'll see you inside our Discord channel. Bye, guys.